Well, rather than use this title block just exclusively in this space, what we'd like to do is to be able to use it in lots of other drawings, and particularly we want to put it in a template drawing. So I'll escape from there. So how does one do that? The simplest way to do it, just select the block, right click, copy it to the clipboard. So clipboard copy, and then start a brand new drawing. Not a bad idea just to pick without a template, and then right click and clipboard paste and hit escape. So if I measure now from one side to the other, we've got 324. I think we could make the whole block a little smaller than that, and then it would work reasonably well on any size sheet. So let's scale it. We pick it, right click and scale. We'll make it half the size. We'll scale it around the bottom left corner, 0.5. We'd always scale it up a bit if we want to on the A1 sheet, but this ought to work in smaller sheets, A2 and A3. At this point we'll explode. That breaks the whole thing up into its constituent parts, although the logo still stays as a block. So we've scaled it down a little. It's a separate drawing. We're just in a drawing called drawing1.vec. So what we can now do is save it in a location where we can find it and always bring it back in. We'll put it in the template drawing eventually, but we just put it somewhere now where we can retrieve it. So save as, we'll give it the name title. It's going in the GardenCAD folder, in fact, on the C drive under Program Files. I'd prefer to put it to go to my, in fact we'll put it in the temp folder. So we'll call it title block, I think, which will indicate it. So we now have a file called titleblock.vec, which is going to be available to us to bring it into any drawing. Let's demonstrate. If we pick just the default template and we say draw and insert block from the drawing or block library, either of those will work. We can say blocks, pick blocks here, and then add from file, and we're in temp. So here's our title block drawing, and we can bring it in, add the whole drawing as one block. Yes, we do. And close and OK. Now we're asked for an insertion point. Let's type 0,0 and right click to zoom extents, and there's our title block in. And what's surprising me a little and what I'm hesitating a little about is that what I'd forgotten to do is pay any attention to the line weights in the title block itself. So if I now remember I'm in a brand new drawing, that's just a block. Let me just explode that for a moment, and now I pick that line, right click and go to properties. Its line weight is by layer, so it's currently on a layer called A1 border template, which must have a line weight associated with it. That can be a good thing, or it may not be. We need to experiment with it in the template. So we now have the title block separate from the drawing that we're working on. We can bring it into any new drawing in either model space, although I much prefer that you would bring it into the layout space. There's a lot of work to do on this title block before it becomes a block that we can use efficiently.